Alright, I found a bunch of fish. 7 total. That would be very good for my culinarian up to level 25 that I can't just buy from vendors. Um, there's also probably even more things that I can gather with the botany fieldcraft, which I will be doing also. But I'm going to start with fish. I'm going to become a fisher person. We're going to talk to Nancy apostrophe Nancy Mary Ulika. Nunmalika. I'm going to call her at the Fisher Persons Guild. A well-wishing welcome to you, adventurer friend. You've worked your way to Fisherman's Bottom. When you want fish for just a day, you can call a culinarian, but we fishermen feast for life. I've set the bait. Think you're ready to bite? Do you wish to join the Fisherman's Guild? Yes. Hooray, hooray! Looks like we've got a live one. Let me walk you through the life of a fisherman in Limsa Lominsa. Since we're surrounded by the seas, the fishing sites are a fisherman's delight. If you can't fish it here, you can't fish it anywhere. That's not true. While some of us rope our fish in with rods and reels, others skim the seabed with nets for creepy crawly critters. You might say we cast a wide net. People prattle about our pullers just about everywhere in Limsa, and there's much and more I haven't mentioned. We shepherd the ships, preside over the ports, manage the mongers, all while making sure not to leave any adventurers out to sea. I'll wager you prefer to work alone, so we'll start you off with a rod and reel. Now, you may not necessarily net the numbers net fishing yields. Okay, but pole fishing positively pulls prettier prizes. And that's the long and short of it. When you're ready for another bite of bait, I'll reel you in before the guildmaster. I need to hear you'd had a change of heart. You haven't, have you? Let's hold on. Way of the Fisher. Level 1. Way of the Fisher. Level 1. Spoken truly like a true bespoke fisherwoman. Well, then, it's time you met the guildmaster. But unfortunately, and somewhat ironically, our nefarious netmaster is out fishing at the moment. This moment, and every moment, that is. So, Sissy Poo, that's Sam I, Paul, you, tends to tend to tasks that require tending to. Wow. Such as deciding whether you'll sink or swim with our guild. Sissy Poo's presiding over those pools. Whenever you decidedly decide to say hello, she might seem somewhat standoffish, but she's only keeping an eye out for sharks. Be yourself and you have nothing to worry about. Okay. And, sorry, I didn't mean to step in that. There is a rectangular body of water. I say body of water because it's like, it can't be more than like 10 yalms long, maybe 8 yalms wide, 7 or 8 yalms wide. There's water flowing through it, like there's probably some pipes or something, or like an aqueduct kind of thing, letting water flow through here. And Sissy Poo is standing basically as I am, kind of on the edge, one of the longer edges. Lalafell got a nice brimmed hat to keep the sun out of. My Guido is in the water, that's cute. I'm probably never gonna switch out from this turtle because turtles are my first. Well, I don't know if turtles or polar bears are my first favorite animal, but they're at least 1 and 2 in some respect. They might be 1 and 1. I don't know. But here we go. Yes, save your breath. I heard every word between you and Ninmalika. So I know she told you my role here. As she said, Wawalago's supposed to be guildmaster, but apparently he has bigger fish to fry, so all his work falls to me. That includes making sure our new fish aren't shellfish, idiots, or potential anemones. You've passed the first test by not laughing at that awful joke, but, enemies, yeah. Now, you only need the right answer to this question. Are you prepared to fish like you've never fished before? I have fished before in this game. I've also fished before in World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XI, but I'll pretend that I haven't, because I really don't remember anything. Well, you're smarter than the majority of bottom dwellers that find their way here. Welcome to the guild. Now, this wouldn't be much of a guild if we sent you out to sea with only a pole and a prayer, so I suppose I can spare you a few pearls of wisdom. Nevertheless, you're still going to need that pole and prayer, so I can at least provide you with the former. Here you go. 1 out of 2 isn't bad. I'll even throw in these lugworms, since you're not light to get far without bait. Hands me over something. The rods we bestow upon our new fish are priceless objects, which is to say they don't cost anything. Once you know what you're doing, you'll probably want a proper one. But in the meantime, let's see if you can figure out how to hold your pole. Ready, the one I gave you, and your lessons can begin. 100 experience points. Way of the Fisher will be complete here. We get a weathered fishing rod level 1 with a gathering score of 22 and 99 lugworms, also a level 1 bait. I believe you equip the pole. Wait, I think bait might go in a different... I don't know. Fisher unlocked, though. To fish, you must first change your class to Fisher by equipping a rod, blah blah blah, in the main hand. If the body of water you are near is fishable, the icon for the cast action will glow. Determine a bait to apply to your line by selecting the bait action and then check marking the desired item from the list that appears. Some bait can only be used in certain locations or for landing certain types of fish. Bait and tackle can be harvested, made by disciples of the hand, or purchased from various merchants or fieldcraft vendors. Always make sure your inventory is stocked before heading out into the wild. I've already noticed as a culinarian I can make a bunch of different types of bait so far, and I'm sure I'll be able to make many, many more to come. But I'm gonna pause it here. That is... Wait, what happens here? Let's pop this stuff off. I'm gonna be naked again. I'm so sorry. Oh. I think I'm gonna do the first quest naked. So, yeah, we're gonna move on here. My first fishing rod is the next quest title. My first fishing rod. I did this with Culinarian. I was just naked for the first quest after like the introductory quest, and the very first quest gave me a body piece for Culinarian. So we'll see if the same thing happens here. Pardon me for just a minute here. I have fished on a previous character. I don't remember much of it. I think I probably remember more of being a botanist and running around various zones and finding the spots for various things. I need a lot of popotos to do a lot of different recipes in Culinarian, so... I'm looking forward to that. But just if anybody's curious, I'm looking for rothlet oysters, helmet crabs, warm water trout, dark bass, black eel, Bianock bream, and black sole. And I already have notes in a separate notepad here on my computer for where to find those 7 different fish, what lures to use, and the eels seem to be the only ones that are like nighttime dependent, but my first fishing rod we will do now. Level 1 again, we will get a Hempen Dalmatica of Gathering, level 1 with 13 gathering score. Looking quite formidable. I'm naked, but okay. Let's hope you don't scare all the fish away. Now the first rule of fishing is to hold on to your rod. Take care of your rod, and your rod will take care of you. Let me know if I'm going too fast for you. Since you're new here, we're going to start small, and they don't come much smaller than anchovies. You'll find schools of anchovies swimming around outside in Galadian Bay, so you can catch your meager supper without even walking 10 yalms. Anchovies are hardly the most cunning fish in the sea, making them an ideal first assignment. Simply bait a hook with some of those lugworms I gave you, dip it in the water, and the fish will practically catch themselves. To catch lemons and anchovies for a Sisyphus, first select a suitable lure using the bait action. Next, approach the water and use the cast action to begin fishing. When you feel a tug on your line, use the hook action to reel in your catch. Your fishing log contains an invaluable information on everything from fishing hole locations to detailed fish data to personal records. The log can be found under logs in your main menu. Which, let's play with our bars here. I don't use the teleport. I do want to put my user macro for armor sorting here. Okay. Select the bait to apply to your line. Let's just put that in V for now. Cast. Hook is 2. So 1 cast, 2 hook. V for bait for now. Abandon fishing? Sure, I'll put that as 3 for now. Cast light. Lights up the tip of your fishing rod. Just the rod? Maybe that's if you're doing it in the dark, I don't know. And then rest is abandons fishing but keeps your equipment at the ready. Effects active only when fishing will expire. I don't understand the difference between those two yet, but let's see, what else do I want to do? I want to put, no, P. Right, hold on. Firstly, let's add Fisher. Okay. We'll put on... Oh yeah, see, I already made goby balls and crayfish balls, but lugworms is what we'll use. And then she said... Not 10 yalms away, so like right here, I guess. After using the cast action to cast your line into the water, you need simply to sit back and wait for a bite. When a fish bites, you will not only see the line being tugged, but hear it. While a fish is on the line, use the hook action to attempt to reel in your catch. Your chances of successfully reeling in a fish after hooking it are directly affected by the fish type and your gathering rating. Okay. Let us... I think she said to come here. Where's my fishing log? That's what I wanted to find. Logs... How did I access that last time? I swear to God it was in this... It was somewhere in here. Okay, so like when I was culinarian... For instance. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's put Fisher next to culinarian here. We want to do duty. It'd be logs, right? Okay, fishing log. I put that as my middle mouse button. Fishing guide. What's fishing guide say? Lenosha, upper decks. I'm in lower decks right now. She said it was 10 yalms away, but like none of these say that. Lominson anchovies. I'm gonna use the internet because I want to get this perfect. Because I'm stupid like that. Lominson anchovy. Upper decks or lower decks, or middle Lenosha, or lower Lenosha. Yeah, okay. So I guess. Okay, let's try it here. Let's just try it. Got the bait. Let's go. I got the exclamation point. I hit on the hook on the 2. And I got a Malm kelp. And I got a level as well. Awesome. Did I lose that bait? I did. to see here, just a naked fisherwoman. Leminson anchovy and another level. 1 out of 5 received. Guido, help me. Help me, Guido 1 Kenobi. Wait, what? A Merlthor Goby. And then if you click on the fishing log, it shows you what you've caught, I guess. So I'm Limsa Laminsa, lower decks. I think these are all probably the same kind of fish you'll catch anywhere where you can cast off, because it's all the ocean, but there's a possibility you'll catch different fish closer to the main etherite because of its like location closer to the shore. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal my rod, and that's why it took so long, I guess. Jerks. Oh, the kelp. Okay. Something bites. Finger shrimp. We have reached level 4. Just like with crafting, I think every time you catch something that's unique that you haven't caught before, you get more experience points than if it's something you've already caught before. I'll have to look up what any like the goby or finger shrimp are actually used for. I have so far not found a I don't think I found a culinary recipe that uses the goby. I'm also not really catching the anchovies as frequently as I would like to, so there's probably a better bait, a better spot. 100% catch rate. Horizon in Western Thanolin. Hit level 5 already. I don't even know what the first quest. But apparently Horizon gives you like 100% catch rate with lugworms for these things. Silver Bazaar docks all the way to the south. Catch them all. I'm okay catching other things just to kind of give a variety. I got plenty of money and time. I'm not in a hurry for this stuff. It makes the videos a bit longer. That's not the purpose of this. I'm actually gonna have to think about how I do these videos. I might have to do I might have to do them in 2 parts. Like part 1 is accepting the quest and doing a little bit of what the quest requires to gather what I need, and then maybe stopping that and then doing the turn in for the quest second. Okay. I'm gonna go to Western Thanolin. Horizon. Oh wait, hold on. Thanolin. Western. Horizon. Silver Bazaar docks. Isn't the Silver Bazaar? Silver Bazaar is way down here. What are you talking about? Why would you go to Horizon for that? Go to freaking Ulda. You know what? I am curious, so bear with me, and I'm sorry. You could also buy them. You can just buy the freaking anchovies. That's funny as hell. Great. No, not Gridania. Ulda. I didn't do this. I think it's 25. Okay. You know what? Why not? Let's just go to Horizon. It'll be cheaper now. 163. I don't think I have my mount. Yeah, I'll pop that on in a second. From my mount roulette or my minion roulette. Mount for my H as always. And not that it matters, because I'm gonna have Turtle here for pretty much my entire life now, because I love Turtle. It does say it's like level 25 though. There's like, I'm on the na.finalfantasy14.com site, like the Eorzean database. I might have to be level 25 to catch him here. Let's find out. Sounds like my black Chocobo is struggling for some reason. So we're at the silver wow. Wait, what? Was I moving? I think I was moving. That's my bad. I didn't know I was. I thought I had stopped before I cast it. That is a Lominson anchovy. That's 1 for 1 here. So you do not have to be 25 to fish here, or at least to catch this particular fish, which is probably a level 1 fish. But if you don't want to catch all of the extra things, that is 2 for 2. That's 3 for 3. Okay. How do I comment on this? Okay, there's enough people commenting that, yeah, no worries. I'm just gonna use a, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna use a free teleport here. Actually, less than 200 teleport, that's fine. I don't need a free one. Level 6, by the way. You level up fast. You know what? A lot of my videos are longer than I would have thought, so no problem here. It is what it is. This is 2 quests in 1, so we're back to Sissy Poo in the Fisherman's Guild. Anchovies swim off every shore of Limsa Laminsa, so you can bring them back from anywhere you like, so long as it's not the fishmongers. You can also get them in Ul'dah, in Thanalin. So, hand over 5 of these anchovies. Cutscene. I'll finally have some clothes here as she inspects my fish. Here, Chovy, Chovy. Here, Chovy, Chovy. Fair flock of feisty fish you got. Giddy guppy. Careful they don't slip out of sight. Actually, apparently that was a Lalafell male's voice. What? Wawalago? To what do we owe the pleasure? A guildmaster's got to get after the guppies, dividing up the daily drudgery, picking out a proper potable, and some such support and service. And who gets after the guildmaster? We have books to balance, you know? Books you should be balancing. I did my best to balance the books, but the bilge keel bent the bow back, bouncing the whole batch off the boat. That's not what... You know it was just an expression. But that's neither here nor there. So long as you keep at the bit, Mercy, our books will balance themselves. Don't let that go to your head, of course. Any beginner can snag some anchovies, but you'll need to experiment with different lures and explore new waters if you want to catch the big ones. Fundamentals are fine, but the fun is fishing for new finds. Like my uncle always said, fishing's like philandering. You never know what you'll catch. Oh, God. And with those well-spoken words of wisdom, we will leave you to your wows. And whatever his name is, laughs at that. The next quest is level 5, blah, blah, blah. We get 300 experience points, 115 gil, and our body piece level 1 with 13 gathering. 13 gathering. 13 gathering. Oh, you have a quest for us also? Interesting. Okay. That's the end of this video, and the end of the quests that are titled Way of the Fisher and My First Fishing Rod. Let's put on some clothing, shall we? Still no pants, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay. Cool. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye for now.